Welcome to my channel. Today we want to talk about something very serious. We're talking about the HDAC ico. Now, the HDAC, the transformation ICO, this is an ICO that is about to change things, the way we see things. Now we're having the computers, then you have the softwares, then you have the other stuff, the internet and the other stuff that came with it. So if you've known about computers, we've seen the evolution of computers from computers that can take very big rooms to our smartphones that can do very, very complex stuffs. And these things have aided life over the period, over a large period. And you see the amount of data that is being put on the internet daily. Someone said the amount of information that is being put on the internet daily is more than the amount of information that a certain newspaper will be able to gather for 60 years. So you see this amount of data being put, it's actually helped our society, but all these things has their own pros and their cons, right? Now, not only is there the internet, we now have the integration of the internet with physical devices, which is called IoT, the Internet of Things. Notice you now have smart things like smart grid. You now have the internet, the integration of your internet with your printer, your even mobile bags, your even beds, cars, shoes. Yeah, there are many things that are being television that are being put into this internet stuff. So with all these things, there is the issue of security, because if we are transversing from a person to the internet, if there is security, how much more when we now have devices that will be communicating to another, as we will see in the process. So having the Internet of Things, there's the new thing that is an emerging technology that is actually coming out, which is called machine to machine, as you can see from the screen, machine to machine transaction. This is where a machine is literally able to interact with another machine. So like, it's no more your fridge now. It's no more you are not the one going to actually take something from the fridge or do something or take data from the fridge. There are certain machines now that will not be able to access this. Well, I think that is innovation in its own way. If you've heard that most of these companies, they no more employ customer assistant agents to actually attend to customer services. What they now do is they have artificial intelligence or robots that actually pick calls, reply to messages, and some other stuff. So let's talk about what HDAC wants to do. HDAC is building their own private blockchain. They've compared the pros and the cons of Bitcoin and the Bitcoin blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain, and they also studied and researched about the IoT blockchain. You know, IoT is the pioneers of integrating the blockchain with the Internet of Things. So they are actually giving a credit to IoT for certain things, but they want to develop something very, very unique in internet, because as we go through the paper, we will see the unique thing about this team. This is a company that has over, I think, eight different companies that are coming together so to form something very, very strong within the blockchain. So now let's talk about the dangers, the issue of security and the issue of security and the blockchain. So if we have IoTs and we have the blockchain, some people say that the blockchain is the internet or the web theory. So the internet is a very, very good tool, but it has its own answers, because as you already know, it's been in the nature of people to actually take whatever they do to a new dimension. So people were actually able to defraud people before the internet came. Then with the internet coming, people were able to actually take this thing online and be stealing from people, right? So if now we are bringing not just coming on the internet with through my PC or my phone to actually access data from a certain point, and I'm not bringing my devices, I'm connecting my car, I'm connecting my TV, I'm connecting everything about me, everything I use about me, I'm not connecting it into the internet. That would be greater threat, because someone could just, maybe my fridge there, someone could, or my phone or whatsoever device, someone could get access to it, program it in such a way that it will be very disastrous to me, right? or someone could be spying on me through this stuff. So we don't want that. So if we mesh the Internet of Things, which is a new technology, which is something that is relatively new because they are projecting, I think depending on the study you actually research about, you have some people say it will be 20 billion to I think 200 billion devices that will be connected to internet or IoT devices and the rest of them, depending on what you do. But like I wrote on my Facebook page, I think that was yesterday, I was saying that currently the blockchain is being built under a weak foundation because you are building the blockchain on the internet, and the internet has flaws, very deep flaws, from the operating devices that have these services to the internet. There are flaws. So you have operating devices that has that, like the Android and this other iOS on Windows whatsoever, that has these flaws to the internet. That is a very big problem. So how about if we develop systems that we have blockchain OS, as you can see with Siri Labs, and then you now have blockchain devices, and not only that, you're now integrating blockchain with several other devices that has to do with things. So what HDAC wants to do, HDAC wants to bring a system where there will be a private blockchain for most of the things that will be going on. So let's take, for example, I have a corporation. I can now develop through HDAC my own blockchain, and this blockchain will be like, as you already know, before the internet came, you can connect a group of computers together within an office, and that's what called networking. That can actually be able to share certain resources like a printer, the internet, and some other stuff. So however, if we bring like then a blockchain network that can actually connect certain devices together, and these devices, they have a pre-agreed rules that, okay, like your team. So these are the rules that these devices will actually have. So once this device wants to access, they access the pass and say, okay, this device is connected to this system. Okay, they give a go ahead, go with it, right? So that is what they want to do. They want to bring a private blockchain system that can not only communicate within a certain system, but can also be integrated into a public system. So HDAC want to also develop a system where you can also develop systems that have semi-autonomous control. So let's move further and let's talk about the issue of IoT contract value and IoT contract. Now, IoT contract has to do with setting contracts. Smart contracts, as you already know about smart contracts, contract that can execute within themselves. So, but that one has to do with the human blockchain. What about if we bring in system here, we can set in setting contract and set contract values where devices can now be able to function under certain parameters without the need of external persons or the rest of them. So HDAC wants to also develop a system that while they are setting these systems, they will have autonomous system, which I call the I think monitoring nodes, that will be able to detect and check for any flaws within the system, so nobody will be able to actually breach the system. So if there is one thing that is unique about HDAC system, as you can see, is that HDAC they look through the Bitcoin proof of work method of actually mining and the rest of them, and they see where it's good, but if you look at it, the efficiency is far-fetched. And if you look at Ethereum is good, but the proof of stake is far-fetched. Though Ethereum is trying to develop something more better in the future, but it's far-fetched. So what they want to do is they want to bring in a system where they're going to develop EPOW consensus algorithm. Now, this EPOB consensus EPO is called efficient and energy saving proof of work consensus algorithm. So in a nutshell, how they design this system is there is nothing like you having supercomputers that can actually mine bitcoins unlimited. No, they are going to develop a window. So within a time frame, no matter the devices you have, you can't be greedy enough to mine as many bitcoins you want. So I think that will reduce the mining difficulty to an extent, and also enable for many other stuffs within the system. And then let's move on to something within the something again they want to develop. They want to develop a system where instead of the pseudo randomly generated alphanumeric stuffs that are being generated for security, they want to develop quantum random nuclear number security. So you'll be able to access these things, but with a much secure system. And I want us to go through the power players and the rest of them. I want to keep this video for 15 minutes. So if you look at the team comprises of HDAC, double chain, and many of others people. Now these are the things they want to provide. You have people coming, serving as providing cryptocurrency payments, facial recognition. They want to partner with Intel. They have Moda. They have Wizbase. They have Into. They have Blockcode. They have all these services coming into the system. So I did not want to keep this video very, very long because the white paper is very, very detailed. But I think I'm going to make another video. I think it would be 2 or 3 series where, because this is something that is going to be very, very great, because the ICO currently, I think the price is $2, and the price being $2 from what I saw within this ICO is something that is going to be very, very cool. So I would make time and take time and start and give these videos in shorter videos, like 15 minutes, another 15 minutes, 15 minutes, so that you can actually understand everything, the nitty-gritty behind this thing. So I don't want to keep this video very long. So guys, I don't know if the information I've given so far has been able to convince you to actually pay a close attention to this project, because they are currently doing their ICO. So with that, I want to say a very big thank you to you, and watch out for this project. They have a very exciting timeline, and many other stuff. So have a very good day.